Coming at you from Whitefire Comics. It's a good day today for sure. That for sure. So it's this video today is about the pre-launch of the Forsaken Future #1. So I've remastered the series, and I just wanted to get out there and get ahead of this and just let people know that it's out there in the pre-launch state on Facebook. We'll go more into that in a minute and what that means if you don't know. But just to know, it's now possible to actually follow and then get a notification upon the launch of the actual campaign on Kickstarter. Now, the reason Kickstarter does this type of thing is so you can help promote your product and then be ready on that day to just go for it and to launch. So I just want to do this video today just to go over the campaign, just to show you, because you can't really in the pre-launch state. It's strange. You can't really see what has been done and the effort gone into it. I thought we should be celebrated. We've worked with a bunch of artists and colorists, and it's been great to this point. And we just got to finish this baby off and get it out there with, of course, all of your support. So, friends, fam, and followers, let's take a little look at what's been going on and let's see what happens. Just going to switch over the chat here, turn the chat overlay on so that we can see if anybody's here and adding comments. So here we go. So I'm going to switch over now to the PowerPoint presentation I made just to show off what's going on with the series. Just hang on here. We'll just flip this over, I think. At least we'll attempt to. Now, just so everybody knows, I'm totally new to doing all this stuff in this fancy schmancy mode of trying to share screens and all that good stuff. So hang with me for a second if something goes wrong. All right. So I'm going to hide the overlay here so we get full screen. So hopefully on your screen right now, you're seeing this kind of blank icon. Ironically, my overlay is on top of the overlay on the top right with the Whitefire Comics logo, but c'est la vie. That's the way she goes. All right. So first off, I just wanted to start off with switching over here. This is a piece of art I did. This is the concept art that started this remaster of the series. This is my drawing of the Dark Ace, or John Liger. John Liger, as you would know him in the previous Forsaken Future launch I did. And I should back up there a little bit. So what I've done is I tried to launch issue 3 on Kickstarter about 2 years ago now. But unfortunately, the Kickstarter went, so it didn't get funded. But all this amazing art, all this effort went into it. I just think it was bad luck, not knowing what I'm doing. So we're hoping to redeem this series. So I've rebooted it as well, because after reviewing everything after issue 3, because issue 3 is so amazing, I'm like, well, I got to redo issue 1 and really modernize this, or bring the story up to something a little more mature, or not mature. I don't know if that's the right term, but something that's not so. I built the original stories for like a teen, early teen kind of people, customer. So now I've kind of made it a little more adult, or a little more of a more in-depth storyline into the characters and things like that. So hopefully you'll like what I've done with the series and like what's going on here. All right. So this is John Liger, aka the Dark Ace. I won't foreshadow anything into going why he's called the Dark Ace or anything like that. But I just wanted to, I just wanted to do kind of the Forsaken Future Kickstarter is in pre-launch. So just do a little screen, show it off. Here we are. You can now go up, click the notify me on launch button, and you will get notified when we officially launch. But those numbers are so important that you do it now, not at the last minute, because what I've learned is that when your Kickstarter starts, you've got this, let's say, this long of period for a Kickstarter to go. This first 3 days of your Kickstarter is important to how Kickstarter views you. So I'm really going to try and get ahead of this. If I can't, I can't, but I'm going to do my best. So if I can get supporters in early, it affects whether Kickstarter will support me for the goal. So it's really important, if you're going to support it, get on it first and early to help me out. And the artists as well, right? I'm working with a variety of people. They're not getting paid $1 million to do this. Everybody's, I know some of the artists are scraping by in their different countries. So you help them by helping this project. And there'll also be actually a reward I'm going to do, not a reward, an unlock to give the artist a bonus. And I think that's really important if we can get to that, but I'll go into that a little bit later. All right, so this is the whole pre-launch situation. Yeah, go us. It's been a lot of work. There's been a lot of back and forths. David Ocampo's been amazing. David Dion's been amazing. Everybody's been, Jocko's been cool and fantastic for getting back to me, and Diego's been fantastic. We'll get more into who's who in a minute, but let's just move past this. I just wanted to get to the point that, oh, yeah, that's right. So what you can scan this barcode if you're watching this video, and this barcode will take you right to the page of the pre-launch. That's one way you could do it. Or your other option will be to actually go to Kickstarter.com, and then you can search for the Forsaken Future. Number one is the important part. So I just learned this, and it will look like this down here on the screen. Um, I just learned this today. I didn't know this, but Forsaken Future 3 that failed is still up there. So when you search, you're going to find that. That's not what we're doing right now. We're doing Forsaken Future 1. We're relaunching. Nothing wrong with Forsaken Future 3. It just didn't work out, and we're going to get back to that one in the future once we reboot all this stuff. So just an FYI, this is how you do it. You can scan that code on the left, or you can go to Kickstarter.com right now and put in the Forsaken Future number 1, or just the Forsaken Future, and pick the one with the picture below of Caliber, Kristen Caliber in the front and John Liger in the back. So this is what you'll get to on Kickstarter.com afterwards. And watch the bouncy arrow. And there's the button, little yellow highlight around it. Notify me on launch. This is what I need everybody to do to support me and help this go, and support everybody who's been creative on this project. Click that link, and tell your friends, if they're into sci-fi, dark future, to check out this series. I think it's going to be really cool, and I've really dialed up the sci-fi after reevaluating everything, I think, a lot. And you'll see that coming up here in a minute. So what's next? I just wanted to mention, by trade, I'm a graphic technician printer. So I've gone to school to learn how to print products and things like that. And I want to make sure everybody knows we're going to create a premium product. If you got Raquel Quint's Curse, our successful Kickstarter after the Forsaken Future 3, you would know it's a premium product. It's going to have, our products are going to have covers that are 80-pound gloss laminated stock. That's what makes it really shiny. The interior pages are going to be 80-pound gloss text. That's always like high-end comic stuff. And then there'll be 28 plus pages for you to enjoy. I'm not just going to make 20 pages. Some people do that with their comics, and some people do 24, which is, the comic industry years ago changed that to save money. I want you to have a little bit more of a read, so it's going to be 28 pages plus. It could be up to 36 pages, I could see, or 32. We'll see how things go. And there's also ads that I create in there that are kind of geeky sci-fi things for the future, kind of like what RoboCop movies did, the commercials like for Sunblock 5000, or maybe back in the day you'd see an ad in a comic. This is going old school now. We're going pretty old school. X-ray glasses you would see in there. Like, you were going to really get X-ray glasses if you sent away from it. But there's going to be this kind of sarcastic or ironic ads within the comic to kind of represent that future and kind of bring it forward. So I just want to make sure that everybody understands this will be a premium product, just like Raquel, no matter what happens. So let's move along and get into the next part of this, and that is the comic book series itself. So this is kind of cool. You can kind of get a little synopsis here of what this story is about, but I'll back up for a second, give you guys a little bit of a refresher or a prelude to the whole world. What has happened in this world is there's been an surprise in the future, there's been an apocalyptic event, and it's the same old we've heard before. The whole meteor asteroid has impacted on the planet, but what makes this story so different is that the North American ways of life have pretty well been wiped out, and the rest of the world does not come to help us. So all of our current way of life is gone, to our knowledge anyways. And instead of these other countries from around the world coming to help us as much as we've done in the world to help other countries, they decide instead, you know what, there's lots of great resources here. The world's in a different state now after this event, and they're going to do their own thing, and the actual corporations from the other part of the world start coming to North America to take over what's left of our resources, or the cosmic resources that are left behind. So this is here up here is the kind of a little paragraph to what I consider this series to be about. It might be a little bit rough, but I'm still working it out, but I'll read it to you guys anyways. So gear up to fight along the side of the remnants of the North American ways as they struggle to remain hidden in the treacherous wastelands of the future. Foreign corporations are devouring the shattered landscape of America, seeking profit and glory, and are heading our way. This dire situation forces two brothers in arms to take action as they try to lie, cheat, and steal technology from planetary forces to better the future of their brood. What could go wrong? So the whole concept here is these corporations have taken over North America. They're backed by planetary forces. So humans have gone beyond Earth uh, into the solar system. So they're on the moon. They're out in space. They have planetary bases. I'll show a picture of one of those in a minute. And so that's the idea. And you can see some graphics here, which is fantastic of what's going on. Um, so let me just put up the ticker here for a sec. Just give me a second. I love the way this mouse moves. I forgot to put the ticker on. Not that I really know how to put the ticker on. Haha, there's the pre-launch ticker. I think I knew what I was doing or something. All right, put the chat back on. All right, let's continue on into the slideshow here just to show what's going on. So now we can kind of get into a little bit more of the concept design. Oops. So this is the concept I talked about before, the original concept for the Dark Ace, John Liger, and this is the design I did on it that will also be available as an art print that breaks down the character a bit. So he's a part of an unknown American mercenary team, obviously aggressive, elusive, and deadly. Gave him a threat level of 7, just for people who like geeky stats like that, and just for his arsenal, pretty important. He has cybernetic gauntlets that are very important to his design, under the wrist laser ducts and tasers with blinding flash mode. So he has a variety of different ways to attack and come at you. His claws are sharpened at the molecular level. This is pretty cool. Anybody who knows anything about cyberpunk, which I was a huge fan of way back in the day, mono katanas. Me and the boys, when we used to play it, everybody wanted it. It's basically a katana sharpened at a molecular level. Like, how much sharper could you get, right? Past that, his other one of them has a microcomputer on them with a scrambler and hacking abilities. And then the other part of this character, because he's up close and personal most of the time, other than the lasers underneath his arm that he would kind of use like Spider-Man, he has a variety of types of grenades. The Titan bodysuit he has is self-contained. It has oxygen, hydration, battery tanks. It's ultra carbon and as tactical, of course, in its design as you can see. Energy attacks are absorbed, so that's important. With the type of weapons in the future, there's not going to be a lot of projectiles, as in modern day bullets and things like that. So just so you know. But anyways, the helmet also has audio amplifiers, of course, communication muffs, and a visual enhancement visor with magnification, etc. All the geeky stuff you'd expect out of a suit of armor from the future. A little bit of probably Iron Man-ish in some senses, but definitely not based on Iron Man at all. If you by its design and its capabilities are not even near that level of craziness. So past that. So here's some more of the character design work I wanted to share, created by me. The artist is David Dion, and the colorist is Diego Camino. So first off, why did that not go? There we go. So we got he took my design and he reinterpreted it for how he was going to draw it. So this is how he changed the Dark Ace John Liger and what he'll look like in the series. Here's Christian Caliber, his brother in arm, and here's Commander Rasha. So Commander Rasha is part of the Euro Union at this point. I might be renaming that, but for now it's the Euro Union. It might be too much of a blatant, obvious take on the European Union, but I'm hyphening it Euro Union together, and they are basically the planetary forces that look over Earth and a variety of other places in the galaxy. And just a little more about the Euro Union. Let this baby load up here. This white screen is very exciting. So this is the logo I've designed for the Euro Union, kind of a shield with a star in it with the EU. I might change it to the I'd be curious to get people's opinion, the European Federation or the Euro Consortium. But anyways, it'd be interesting to see what people think. Past that, this is the concept design for drone pilots or general tech people. I wanted them to be part of their chair and Dion captures this well, sorry, Dion and yeah, David Dion captures this well in his design. How they're kind of there's cables coming out, there's hoses plugged into the person who's in the chair. It's a little bit like a Matrix chair almost. You know, the Matrix are plugged into it, but this is quite more than that. I want the feeling of you're part of your chair when you fly your devices, when you do your internet surfing, which I'm calling, I might have to rename it because I think something already came out with the Drift, but I already called it the Drift years ago. But unfortunately, I think in a movie someone was calling it a Drift recently. But anyways, so that's how you surf the internet. So these are the drones that are critically important to the Euro Union. They're basically considered invincible. They've never been beaten. This is a design I did of Christian Caliber's sniper rifle, or I shouldn't say sniper rifle, it's his gun that can convert to various types of modes, including sniper mode. So more to come on that design in the future, I think. Just not right now. I haven't worked out the extension of it and some other things, but I really spent a lot of time designing this. I'm a huge fan of Warzone, uh, and I enjoy battle royale and etc. And so I wanted to do a cool gun design. I actually took some pieces from guns I saw there, particularly the back section of it, the stock, and made my own variation of it. I even put behind the where you grip on it, you can see that little hole. That's for your thumb to go through. There's a little white hole there, which is pretty pretty well thought out. But anyways, I will expand on that in the future. And this is what a planetary peace station, we'll call it, not a defense station, but a peace station looks like uh, in the future, and where the Euro Union currently is. It's the Euro Union is not on Earth anymore. The Euro Union is actually in space and other planets mostly. It's actually looked down a bit to be on Earth at this point in time in the future. All right, so going past this, I wanted to show off the cover art. So here's the cover art. First one by David Dion and David Ocampa, and it is the Brood cover. So I've been working on how to lay this out. I'm still been playing around with the logo a bit, but I think right now this is my favorite. The issue one might move around, or I might change something in relation to that, but it's pretty much nailed down. I'll pretend I've nailed it into the ground. I'm not 100% sure I have. I have a bad habit of getting something somewhere and then go, oh, I can tweak this, or I can move this. Oh, I can turn a dial over here. But anyway, that's just me. So next up, we got the End of Days cover, which is by Ricardo Silva, and Iwan Joko Trail is the Treyono. Oh, I can't say that last name. Treyono is the colorist. He did a really good job. So this is my End of Days cover. Some of you may have already seen it. It's actually behind me right now on this side, and it's part of the banner for the upcoming Fanaticon that I'm going to in a couple weeks. So this is the exciting one. So no one has seen this cover yet, except for a few friends. This is and I messed up the who did it at the bottom. This is all David Ocampa, Campa, yeah, Campo. So David Ocampa did this cover, not I won. Boom! So in comes Commander Rasha. So this will be my first cover, female cover of her. It's a really cool cover, really nice sci-fi scene, just like with the previous cover at the End of Days. We got the Earth explosion in the background in the station. The station is prominent in both of these covers. Um, but yeah, that's the whole premise of that. The other two are more our brother in arms type look. Our John Liger with Christian Caliber set up. And finally, there's the back cover. So I had to make a hard choice when doing all this artwork and getting all this artwork in. Originally, I was thinking of making this into a cover, this original piece, but I wanted a whole wrap cover experience, and I needed a piece of art that would fit with the other three pieces of art. So this is the actual art by Joaco uh, Guerrera, and Iwan Joko Triano. I'm sorry I slaughtered your names. Uh, you can kick me later at some point about that. I'm trying. But anyways, so this is the back cover. So this used to have a lot of bright colors in it. What I did is I desaturated them down a little bit to make it so it will look nice on the back of all three of these comic books. I think it's going to look really, really sharp when it's together and you flip it around. So I'm excited about this. This is really cool. David, thank you so much. Ricardo, uh, you know, Dion, and Jocko. You guys were very helpful and instrumental in getting this thing going and helping relieve some pressure off of me all along the way. So let's move past the covers and see what's next. Some of the page art. So this is all David Dion and David Ocampa. Uh, and David Ocampa's a vet. He's been around the industry. He's still young, younger than me, anyways. But he's worked for some of the big dogs out there. And David Dion, I was introduced to a while ago. He approached me with interest, and so we decided to give him a chance here and see how things go. He's done a couple other projects out there, and so here's a good example of what she looks like on the inside. You're going to see lots of green because when the sky was forever stained green after the apocalyptic event. So blue skies are gone. And so that's what's causing that effect. And you can see the Earth in the first one, bottom frame there. You can definitely see that's actually the Earth, and the way the Earth is now, with the destruction that's happened due to the asteroid / meteor impact. All right, moving on past that, we got some art prints to show. We're now getting into kind of the rewards type stuff. I won't keep you locked up here for too much longer. But the idea is that all the rewards and all that stuff, I haven't put everything into its category, but you're going to get a view of everything and some more art here, which is fantastic. And I hope you guys like it. So first off, we have the art print by David Dion again and David Ocampa, and colored by David Ocampa. Uh, I don't know why I want to say Acampa, but it's Acampo. Anyways, I've never heard him actually say his name. I've only ever typed it. But anyways, I digress. So here's a cool kind of collage of everything going on, the characters, the drones, with the planet in the background. Next up, we have the amazing Draco Guerrera, and this one's colored by Diego Camino. So this is really crazy. I gave him a cover I saw of Wolverine and the Punisher together, and I found that was really cool. And I said, hey, something like this, no bullets. You know what I mean? This feature doesn't have bullets or normal projectors, at least not commonly. Uh, and gave him the characters, and this is what it came up with. Pretty cool, huh? And then we got a little bit of an homage here. The next one by Jaco Guerrera again, and David Ocampa, then putting these two guys together. We've got the skull with the spine, cybernetic or cyborg type situation, and or even Terminator type was the original concept, but it couldn't be a Terminator, right? So I had to make it. It was a cyborg design. That's why he has some human-looking teeth and eyeballs in him. So this is him with the good old black dark ace behind him. So pretty cool stuff, huh? Pretty impressive. The art has come out fantastic. I hope you guys like it, and I hope you support it. So let's just move on to some of the other reward stuff I've been playing with. So here is the rewards and unlock ideas and add-ons. So where the Kickstarter is already in this state of it's pre-launch. I've already picked a lot of this stuff, so it's all set up, but I still have some decisions to make over the next month. So you'll see that here in some of this. Just so you know, the Kickstarter will have as a reward the die cut sticker sheet. Did this in Raykel. It seems like everybody likes them when they see them. You can collect the sticker sheet. They'll all be die cut, so you can pull them off, restick them wherever you want. They're restickable stickers. They're vinyl, and you'll be able to do that, or you can keep them on the sheet as a collector's keepsake. So I'm making them the size of a comic book cover or comic book page, so they can be displayed as such and easily packaged with a comic book. So we got the great art here from David Dion again, with Diego Camino as the colorist from before. And then we got here, this will be me. I'm up on this one. I'm going to do or give the option for 15 character designs. So you can make your own character and I'll stick it into the series. So you can give me some details on what you want. I'll draw the character. You'll get the original piece of art for the character, and it'll get into the series. Not into this comic particularly, but into the series over the next, let's say, 3 issues or so, if we get her taken off and fly in there. So hopefully you'll like this idea. You'll have some ideas out there. I'll figure out how to put them in there. I'll give you a piece of art showing you. These will be inked. I don't think they'll be colored. I get scared when I colored them. Maybe I'll get brave. I'll keep practicing, but in most cases, I believe they'll be inked, and they'll be about $30 for one, which is reasonable for an inked drawing. If you give me the go ahead to color it, I'll gamble it and color it for you. And I'm pretty good at coloring them over the years, but I'm not super. I would hate to make a mistake and you go, I don't like those colors. You know what I mean? Type thing. But anyways, we can discuss that when you buy them. Next up, I just wanted to show, oops. So first, so Corey Hardyman runs Sister Mercy, and he's been mentioning about, I hear it all the time, guitar picks, and how guitar picks seem to do well with his campaign. And I thought I had some really cool designs that would work with guitar picks. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to go with what's worked for Corey and see if it'll work for me. So I've actually designed these 4 ideas of the Forsaken Future with some of the art, the Euro Union for a better solar system saying, the Dark Ace, I got the ace with the skull inside it, and then the broken ace with a broken ace on the left side. So these are my 4 ideas for picks. I don't know what I'll go with, but I'd be interested in hearing anybody's opinion on it. Let me know. Also, as well, poker chips is another thing that's worked well for him. So here are my initial designs. Now I haven't decided what to do, but I really, really like the top one, the Forsake the Future poker chip, black with the skull on it. Again, the for a better solar system Euro Union chip, and of course the broken ace. So they're pretty much mimicking the designs of the other ones, except for the top one is kind of a mix of 2 of the ones on the left. So that's where we're at with those. Again, love to hear what you do. Maybe I'll do a poll on Facebook. I don't think I can you do polls on Twitter? But anyways, I'll take a look just to let you guys know what's out there and see what people think. Oh, past that, we're at the end of it. Dang. Smack. Right on almost a half hour. Wow, I'm like a pro at this or something. So just an FYI, you guys know what it's at. Go check it out. I'll give you I don't think I can can I put the link in here? I think I'm going to try and put the link into the chat window to see if it comes out to you guys. I made a tiny URL. So hopefully you get that URL, and that's to the Forsaken. I'm going to try and type this out horribly. Forsaken Future pre-launch link. So in the chat window, everybody should have the link to check it out at some point when you replay this video or see what's going on with it. And that's pretty much it. I figure I might as well end it with playing the introduction to the world that I talked about earlier, because I put lots of effort into this before. We might as well play it out. So here's the video for the Forsaken Future. I'm sure there's a way to put the audio on to the screen, but I can't see how to do that. So you probably won't have any audio. You can also check out the whole video on YouTube. I'll find you the link here. Oops. Not what I meant to do. Pretend that never happened. Wrong click. I want to find you guys the I can't seem to bring up. There we go. All right, I'll let this play for you guys now. Oh, it stops every time I do that. That's strange. YouTube. 1 second. Stick with me, people. Finally, I found it. All right. So I'll put in the chat window the link to the future prelude video, I'll call it. You guys can check it out and hopefully like it. And let's play it here. Wish there was a way to drag me out of the way. Oops, that was not the way to do it. I'm learning how to use this tool even more as we speak. All right. Action. Cut. Go to commercial. I was amazed when I found this artist. All of his art matched to my storyline in telling the story. The music is amazing if you watch it on YouTube. The whole idea here being corporations have taken over everything, what's left of America, and there ain't much left of America for them to be stealing from. And on this note, forsake the future. Bink. All right, I'm out of here. You all have yourselves a good evening. Later, Gators.